The year's 2001, Shrek was in theaters, Shaggy was on the radio, and you're excited for Microsoft's first leap into home consoles, the Xbox. Though this wasn't the original idea for Microsoft, they had first teamed up with Sega to put Windows CE on the Dreamcast, but as you know, this never worked out. Don't get me wrong, I only lived a month or so for 2001, but this is how I'm imagining it would be. It's now nearing 2019, Shrek's sort of irrelevant, and, well, who knows where Shaggy is. You've probably watched the Avengers series and anticipating the last release, and you're probably listening to Drake somewhere. And me, well, I just bought the original Xbox. I know what you think. Why are you buying the original Xbox when there's near 4K on PC and even consoles? But hear me out. Have you ever put a game into your new PS4 Pro and noticed that you can't even play the game off the bat? You always have to do your day one updates, pretty much no matter the game. There could always be exceptions, but I bet those games are flawed. I have a pretty good internet connection in the grand scheme of things, having about 200 megabytes per second down and 20 up. I still feel the slow download times in these massive masterpieces on the daily, so I can't even imagine having average speeds in Canada at about 30 megabits per second. It would definitely suck being a gamer in 2018 with those average speeds. I don't know with just my pure lack of patience or I'm being rational, but this is why I bought my original Xbox in 2018. So taking a quick cruise through local pawn shops, Kijiji pages, Facebook marketplaces, and even in the small town I reside of around 20,000, original Xbox games and consoles accessories are readily available for low cost. In these areas I live, they go for around 100 Canadian pesos for a console, usually with a game or two. The one I picked up I paid $60 for, and it came with just console, no cords, no controllers, just the console itself. Some of you would think that's a lot, but the console was in mint condition. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm happy with that 100% because it's the best looking Xbox I've ever seen. If you were willing to get one that was a bit beat up from scratches or cracks, or in case you get one for cheaper, for sure. With the searching of the games I've done in the past couple months, I have noticed that if you're going to buy games for the original Xbox, always go local. Every time I find a game at the pawn shop or Kijiji somewhere in town, it's always a lot cheaper than going to eBay or Amazon and just ordering a copy off of there. Though ordering off of Amazon or eBay is also easier. For my friends down south of the border, I 100% recommend checking out little sections in Goodwill, actually, for the electronics. I went down to one in town, and they had well, it's not a Goodwill, but it's the Canadian version, and my best pickup there was Halo 1, Halo 2, and they were in pristine condition. The Halo 2 even had a code still used on the side, and I got it for a big steal of $6. Looking around on eBay, I see them going around $20 for the pair, and they don't even come with such good cases, and sometimes even a case at all. Another thing to consider when looking at the original Xbox in 2018 would be the modding community. The community for modding the Xbox has been huge and growing since the launch of the console. It birthed a great media player known as XMBC, or as Kodi as it's known today. Everything from emulators to playing region-locked games on your console can be done with this simple soft mod. If you guys would like a video later on, I can go into detail of modding because I just picked up everything for it. I just need you to let me know down below in the comments. The games for the original Xbox are like no other. Playing the console exclusives on the original console just feels so natural, and the game selection is massive. The console is arguably the best selection of any console, going from games like Halo 2 to Morrowind. There's a large selection of library available with just thousands of games for your console. Not thousands, just over thousands, sorry for that mistake. Recently, I've spent most of my time on a weird one. Curious George has been my go-to game. Curious George has a weird platforming aspect of the game, and the graphics have held up reasonably well due to the artsy style, and it definitely suggests it despite it being a little bit of a weird title and aimed at children. Overall, I'd say the OG Xbox is a great buy in 2018, and I'd suggest anyone looking for a bit different of an experience that we have today, hunt for those deals, start your collections, and happy gaming. Thanks, guys.